Hi everyone, KylaTea here, and my air conditioner is going off, but it's like 90 something degrees out here, so live with it. But the first time I tried to record this video, I was a little bit heated, because I'm gonna be honest, I am an old woman at the age of 24, and I have seen this happen already. I've seen these cycles come and go of people getting mad at different reboots and cartoons, and we're kind of piddling out of 80s nostalgia now and going into 90s. I think Thundercats, their reboot might be the last of the 80s nostalgia coming out, because one of the reboots that actually is coming from my childhood is going to be the new Animaniacs. And I don't know, let me just get this out of the way. First of all, I watched reruns of Thundercats when I was younger. It played on Cartoon Network along with Captain Planet right before Batman the Animated Series. Or was it after? I think it was afterwards, because before Batman it was Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. Yeah, I think that's how it worked. But anyway, but I remember the show barely. The only thing that I remember from Thundercats was Lion-O and the sword and the thing he did. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because since I didn't grow up with it, I just thought it wasn't that great or remarkable. And, like, them rebooting it, I don't have a problem with it because we've been through this exact same song and dance back in 2011. Like, literally, when they said they were rebooting Thundercats in 2011, everybody lost their fucking mind like they did now, and they were mad because it was an anime style and everything was looking anime. It's the anime craze. All the weeboos are making shows now, and they were mad about that. So the fact that they're mad about this and the Cal Art style and now everything is looking the same, blah, blah, blah. Like, literally, a decade hasn't passed and we're going through this shit again. Like, I don't know what you all want. It's not like the original Thundercats never fucking happened. You can go find it on YouTube and easily watch it. Go buy the Blu-rays or the DVDs if there are any. You know, it's like He-Man. Like, you still have the original He-Man. You even have it when they try to redo it in the 90s. And I'm pretty sure if they ever decide to redo He-Man again, you know, you'll get mad about that and then go rewatch the older one and then maybe realize that it wasn't as good as you thought it was. I'm telling you guys, nostalgia blinds a lot of us into thinking that some shit we thought was the bomb, quote unquote, using 90s slang for emphasis, back in the day was actually pretty fucking crummy. And, like, for me, if this new Thundercats cartoon gets people, or rather children, because that's the demographic, if you all seem to forget, Cartoon Network is a network for children. Children. And that is who they're aiming for, because guess what? Not every cartoon has to be tailored for you. Let the kids have something, please. I mean, like everybody's mad about the fact that Teen Titans Go is a thing. But Teen Titans Go is profitable. Who would guess that a network would want something to be profitable? Holy shit. And actually, as it's gone on, the writing has gotten better. I actually have a few episodes of Teen Titans Go that I like. And it's not as if the original Teen Titans show doesn't exist. While I would love an extra season for that to be continued, I mean, it probably won't, but I will take what we have and enjoy what we experience. Like, we have enough handful of episodes to relive Teen Titans if we want to. It's not like Young Justice, which got canceled in its prime, but it's thankfully coming back, you know. And we've gone through action cartoon phase. Like, back in the 90s, everything was kind of like a comedy. It was like comedy shows, and then slowly but surely in the 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, things started getting more serious. And then with the advent of Adventure Time and regular shows, the comedies started coming back up again in the cartoon scene, and that seems to be where we're at least until probably 2020, when who knows, given how many people are always so fucking mad at comedy cartoon shows, you might be getting a resurgence of action shows. And actually, I see more action shows on streaming services than I do on TV, which might be because more adults are watching streaming services, so more action cartoons are there. You guys act like these things are fucking extinct. Go watch Castlevania. Go watch Devilman Crybaby. Go watch Voltron. Like, all these different shows are out here. But because this one thing is connected to you, I get it hurts. It hurts a lot. But the original still exists. And I guess that's what I'm missing, is that it's not like you don't have something to go back to. And nobody watched the serious story-driven reboot back in 2011. So I guess that's another thing I'm really crazy about, is the fact that none of you supported that. That was your reboot that you want now, but you squandered it away back in 2011, so now you're complaining about the comedy show? Because after you all didn't support with your money, profits, back in 2011, they were like, well, damn, well, you know, Teen Titans Go makes us money and people like it, so let's do that with Thundercats. And are they wrong? Are they going to be wrong? Who knows? Some tells me they won't. I mean, everybody fucking hates the new Powerpuff Girls reboot, but as far as I see, that thing is going okay. Like, obviously, kids buy the toys. Like, it's just whatever. And I guess before I close out this video, I want to talk a little bit about the Cal art style. Now, this isn't the first time I've heard an art style being used as an insult for something. In fact, we've been through the same song and dance back in the 90s. Oh yes, my friends. Back in the 90s, people complained that Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, and like Powerpuff Girls, all these different shows looked the same. They called it the Cal art style then, and they call it that now. Hell, they did it even way back in the day with Disney's 9 Old Men. It wasn't Cal art style back then, but it was something else. You know, and it's just this one tweet right here, which I'm going to show up on the screen, pretty much sums up how I feel about it. We go through the same cycle every few decades of people complaining about things looking and feeling the same, all because a certain style is it's in style right now. It's a fad. It's literally just a fad. If companies see something that looks a certain way is becoming profitable and popular, then yeah, a lot of stuff that they do from here on out for a while is going to look like that. And personally, I don't have a problem with this style. Like, I think it's okay. I guess my one issue is that on some of these designs in Thundercats, they all kind of have the same silhouette, and they all kind of have more squashed bodies. And I would have rather they went with like the style of OKKO. While it is more cartoony, each silhouette is a little bit more defined, and you can tell who is who if you blocked out all the color and line and detail work or whatever and just had a silhouette. You would know, like, that's Rad, that's KO, that's Enid, that's Mr. Gar. Like, you would be able to tell. But like, if I did that with them, I don't think I would be able to. But even beyond him, I find the whole thing just kind of like because like I said before, we've been through the same song and dance. A decade ago, people were complaining that everything looked like anime and the anime style was in, and that everything just looked like an anime. People were complaining about like Ben 10 and Generator Rex and what was that other thing? Avatar. Yeah, people complained about Avatar, and a lot of people didn't watch it because of the way it looked. Even though that was probably one of the more influential cartoons of our generation. It had a great story, great characters, but a lot of people didn't watch it because it looked like anime and the anime style. Like, I know people who don't watch Steven Universe, which admittedly the story can be a little bit waney, but I think overall it's pretty decent. But they don't like the way it looks because it's part of that Cal art style or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's just, I don't know. Style is a personal preference, I guess, but just, guys, I'm going to need you all to start understanding the concept of a fad and profitable marketability and shit like that, especially when it comes to stuff like this. And I know me being the old woman that I am at 24, have seen a lot, but I don't know. I guess I'm just getting tired of it. I'm getting so tired of it, especially when I see grown-ass people online complaining about it. Like, you all better get used to it, especially if you have kids, because I'm going to tell you right now, this cartoon might become your child's favorite show real soon. And you know what? Like I said earlier, if this encourages your child to actually seek out more Thundercats related stuff, as a lot of young people are prone to do if they like something, then show them the original cartoon. They might like it. You never know. But if this helps expose a new audience to something that you did love back when you were a kid and might get them to watch the original series of the 2011 series if you're a fan of that, then I say go for it. Go for it. And even not like, and even if they do just want to stick with that one, then who the fuck am I to take away a child's joy? Really? Okay. But yes, this was a rant. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with this channel a little bit more because I see more animation and cartoon news happening and I want to talk about it. And I was trying to figure out what to do in that vein. So we're going to just stick with me while I recalibrate this channel a bit. But yeah, so if you like this video and you want to see more, then please click that thumbs up button. Also hit subscribe and also hit the bell button because something tells me that YouTube is going to be messing up with the sub box soon. So hit it and make sure that you hit all in the designated category if that pops up for you, so you'll be notified every time that I post. And if you didn't like this video, if you hate me because I didn't like Thundercats, you can leave a thumbs down. It's okay. You know, you won't hurt my feelings. Difference of opinion, whatever. And leave a comment on how you feel about this reboot, how you feel about its style. What do you think is the best cartoon reboot that we have so far? I personally think that it's DuckTales. I personally find this DuckTales to be a bit more enjoyable, a lot more fun than the original DuckTales, which has a certain charm, but I don't know, something about this one I feel is a bit better. Maybe it's because I can distinguish Huey, Dewey, and Louie, because I couldn't in the original one, and I remember watching reruns of that too on the Disney Channel. And if they ever do a Gargoyles reboot, please do one and have it have a overarching story. And make Eliza and Goliath get together, please. That's my original OTP. Okay, goodbye! Addendum. So this is a few days after I recorded this. It's taken me a while to edit because I'm still getting used to this new software. But in that time, as of when this tweet was sent out, which was June 4th, 2018, which was yesterday by the time I'm recording this, apparently there was a threat of shooting up CalArts because of this whole CalArts style bullshit that's going on. Like, are you all telling me that you are getting so fucking angry at a goddamn cartoon that you are threatening to shoot up a school? Really? Really? Is that what we're doing now? Really? I'm so glad that this turned out to be bullshit, that no one was harmed, that everyone was fine. It's a shame, especially now with this climate where school shootings are happening. It almost seems like daily, that this did not go through and that this was just horrible. I thank the law enforcement for taking this seriously and the school for acting swiftly and putting everything on lockdown the moment they found out. But honestly, you all need to stop and you need to grow up. Today has been a really bad day with fandoms overall. If you know what date this is and you heard the news, especially what happened with Star Wars, you all need to fucking stop and you need to grow up. And honestly, I don't want to talk about Thundercats, CalArts style, or any of this bullshit until the show comes out and then we can judge it on its own merit. You all need to learn to grow up. Grow up.